shooter. I'm the veggie shooter. Ooh. Well, hello and welcome. It's been a couple of days, or a couple of weeks, or a couple of months even, or a couple of years, I don't know. But anyway, right, today I want a little chat about the difference between HFT on a stick and FT on a stick. Now, I've just started doing FT on a stick because I got a lot of FT clubs around where I live. Well, because I'm in Wales, look, see. And I got about 6 clubs, and the furthest is about 45, 50 minutes away from me. My nearest HFT club is hour and a half, hour and 40, which is quite a drive, really. Like, that's the closest one, that is mine. So I'm starting dabbling with a bit of a FT now, even though I love HFT. It's challenging, and I've been doing it for a couple of years now. I really enjoy, on a stick, mind, and I really enjoy it. But I want to do more. I don't like traveling, right? I travel when I go on holidays, right? But I don't like doing that. But I come back with a suntan. But when I got to travel, I'm going to do a shoot, and I come back with nothing, right? I'm exhausted, and it's a bit disappointing sometimes. Well, it's not really, like, but I just go for the crack. The boys are great, and I love them all, you know. But I got to try both, like, you know. So I've just started experimenting with FT, and I find I'm loving it, to be honest. Like, now I did shoot a couple of FT tags before, but that was with shooting HFT style. Now I'll get into a little bit different now about with my HFT gun, yeah. So I just on a 10 mag. So I got a sort of love for it, but I need to step up a little bit and get a bigger scope. So anyway, the basic difference is, right, between the two sports, like HFT, you, as soon as you start shooting, now if I get it wrong, that's the way it is, because I'm only a dull little Welsh boy, and so if I shoot HFT, then I've got a scope there on 10 mag. Now I prefer to shoot a Springer with HFT, even though I've shot a PCP with HFT. I prefer to shoot my Springer. Now you have a 10 mag. Usually you leave it on 10 mag. I've tried 7 mag as well, but 10 mag is about the easiest. And if I shoot HFT, then I either use this one, which is my HW97 with a CP scope on it, 3 to 12 by 32. This is great. I've just changed the spring in this one, but it's a little bit up on power at the moment. It's on 11.9. It's a little bit, so it jumps around a little bit. So when I say my sort of on the stick, it'll move around a little bit. So on the short ones, you might not be too bad, but when you go out the distance, she moves a bit, so you might miss a few more than what you would if the power was a bit less, right? So that's the one I use for HFT, as well as this one. This is my TX 200, an Air Arms TX 200. So I've got I think it's a 4 to 16, but it's on 10 mag, mind, by a 50. You know, it's a Hawkey. It's a really good scope. This is an advantage. I just put this on you now because I mean, up the range today, shooting them, trying to bed them in, because this got a new spring as well. Now I brought this back down. This is on 10.6, 10.6 touch 10.7. It's a little bit fierce. 10.5 would be perfect, but you know, I'm not going to go crunching springs. So this has just started bedding in now today. I noticed a big difference with this today. At one stage it wasn't doing nothing, but now it's started to settle in as the time went on. I was shooting it. The HW97 with that's still a little bit fierce at the moment, but it's started to come. It needs a bit more. I think when I shoot both of these guns, I'd find if I shoot this one more, then I'm not very good at shooting the 97. If I shoot the 97 more, then I'm not very good at shooting this one. They're slightly different hold techniques, which you can talk about another time or whatever. Like, so I used my Springers for HFT, and I'll be honest, I would like to get a Springer and use it for FT. But trust me, FT is totally different. So this is my HW100 in the Veggie. This is a beautiful gun as well. So you've got a little thing up there to get up, a little cheek piece I put into, give me a little bit higher. Now obviously you can see it's a bigger scope on you. So with the bigger scope, that's so I can find the distances. So with FT on a stick, you parallax to find your distance. So I've set my wheel up now so I know how far distance is. So when the distance comes, say the distance with FT goes out to 55 yards, right? So say I've got some at 55 yards or 50 yards. When it comes into focus, there's a little line on by here, and that tells me that it's 50 yards or 55 yards or 40 yards or 45 or even whatever it is, right? That tells me on there. So then I set, I got a little card then that tells me my clicks on the top here. And then I got to set my clicks in, so that puts my crosshairs smack in the middle of the target. All right, you've got to play about for wind, which I'm still learning at 55 yards. It's quite difficult, to be honest, like. And then you pull a trigger and off you go. So with FT, the target's got to 55 yards. With HFT, they got to 45 yards. But with HFT, you don't play dial in or nothing like that. You bracket. So I look at the site, I look at the target, says 45 yards, and I see how big the kill is in my reticle, and I work out how big the kill is to how far I think the target is. So then I use holdovers then, up or down, up or down or whatever, to hit it on the head, like, and that's the sort of that's the difference between FT and HFT on a stick, like, HFT, you've got to know your size of your kills. You've got to know your bracketing. The kills are a lot smaller on HFT, are much smaller. Like you've got a 25 mil that goes out to 40 yards. With FT in Wales, they go up to 35 yards. That size kill will, and then they got 35 mil kills are the long ones. But usually with FT they have 40 mil kills, which is a 5 mil bigger, which is quite a big difference really. But I'm using a PCP for that, so that helps me a lot. So that's the basic bollocks on it all, like, really. So that's what I do, and I make the both of them at the moment. But you never know what happens down the future. I might say bugger it and just stick to HFT. But then I got to travel then, haven't I? And I don't like traveling, like, but I still will travel to. They got certain ones, like I like doing the Recall Championships. They do that once a year. And I like doing the national stick competition as well. I do that once a year. So I've got to do them HFT ones. I've got to travel to them and still do them ones because I've made so many friends up there to do that as well. Like, but as for traveling any further to do HFT, I won't be going any further. Worcester's about the furthest I'll go, like. But FT then, I've just started. I've done my one comp with them. We've done a friendly one last Sunday as well. I scored 33 out of 50 with that, which I was pleased, to be honest. Like, but the last one, I just started to use my my clicks. That was the first of me. So I made a couple of mistakes. Forgot to move my clicks and just shot it. But that'll come. The competition we had before that, I was using holdover. So I like I do with HFT. That was all right. I scored 21 out of 40, but it was very windy. And the top score was only 28 with the top shooters it was, like, so I was really pleased with that. And I expected a bit more this Sunday from it, but 55 yards and trying to focus on it and trying to work it out is always an headful. But I'm getting there, and I hope to do better in the future. I'll come back when I let you know how I get on. All right, well, thanks for dialing in. Any questions, check them in the comments and I can try and answer them, what I know, or if you've got any tips for me, check them in the comments and I'll try and get back to you. And I need all the help I can get, to be honest, with FT at the moment, like at HFT. So if you've got any tips, little tips or whatever, like, just let me know. And sticks, what sticks you want to use? I used to use a Primus, and now I use like a camera stand stick now with spikes on the bottom. But it doesn't matter as long as you know your gun up there. You can use what you flipping want. You can use anything you want, like, you know what I mean. But anyway, thanks for dialing in, and I'll see you soon. I'm the veggie shooter. shooter. I'm the veggie shooter. I'm the veggie shooter.